6-0. Okay. So with that, the president's report. Peter could not be here with us tonight due to a last-minute issue that he had to deal with. So I'll just offer, again, just building comments on what we heard tonight. It's awesome to hear the community support for this initiative, and we've had a tremendous amount of letters, and we've read every word. And I've been stopped at Moe's and walking my dog in the neighborhood by people I don't know, and there's really great support across the board for what we're trying to do here. And what I would say is that it's a large project, right, that we're asking the community to support, and it will include, I hope, facilities for athletics, but it also includes classrooms where our kids learn, and boilers that are not seen nor appreciated by anybody unless they don't work, and they're at the stage where they're not going to work. So it's really a large, comprehensive project that we're trying to endeavor and trying to carry forward for our community, for our kids, and for our grandkids. So it's support like this that's really, really critical and important for us to be successful. It'll be put up for a referendum, and it'll be voted on by you and your friends. So the fact that you can go out and talk to your friends about what's happening and the importance to get this done for our community is really super important, and I believe it increases the value of our homes. People look at two things. They look at Wegmans and they look at the schools, and we have a nice Wegmans. Now we have to have the school facilities. I contend that what happens inside our buildings is second to none in Western New York. It's really excellence we have within the buildings, but when people drive by and they don't know Fairport and they look at our buildings, our fields, and our facilities versus our community neighbors, they're going to think twice about living here. So I think that a long-term strategy is to improve the facilities to match on the outside what's happening on the inside. I think it'll pay dividends for all of us, but it's not without you and your support that this can happen. So thank you again for being here. With that, I'll pass it to you, Brett.
Thank you. I echo your sentiments. Appreciate everybody coming out on a summer evening to advocate on something that they're passionate about. Tomorrow evening, the Board of Education at Joanna-Perrin, beginning at 5, will be beginning to have a discussion on the scope of a potential project that will start at 5 at JP. We're going to be in the choir room, and I know that between 5 and 5:30, there'll be an opportunity to hear from more members, just to get an understanding and scope and the depth and breadth of what's on your mind. So it's a credit to our board, always wanting to listen and represent the people who they serve, and changing things up a little bit just so we can accommodate that very important interest. So that's tomorrow evening. Well, Provenzano household, we're just on the cusp of a college drop-off. It's a credit to our Fairport schools. I can't take the hats off sometimes, but when you're dropping a child off and they're looking around for familiar faces and all the fun and excitement and engagement that is experienced in all of our schools. It's not there, but there's lots of memories and there's lots of hope to try to recreate those. Because I know that there's some of you even here have touched so many of our children's lives, including my own, that they're gonna have the skills and resources to be successful. So lots of fun and excitement, but it's also bittersweet. New teacher orientation tomorrow begins. We'll be welcoming up to 27 staff members, and we're looking forward to getting them in the mix and having them be a part of our Fairport family and system that we're also proud of. The varsity sports season is underway, and that's a sure sign that school is just around the corner. I know everyone in front of me is really excited to hear that, but we're anticipating it. Our halls are not the same, our classrooms are not the same without the resounding spirit that you guys all bring. So we'll be looking forward to seeing everybody soon as we enter this school year. I'm going to focus on one part of what we're going to focus on this year as a school community, and we're really excited about continuing to build upon this idea of being safe and comfortable and welcoming in all of our schools. We're going to be focusing throughout our district on this idea of cultural competency, really trying to understand each other, understand that everyone's voice matters and everybody has a story. We're all storytellers, and our obligation is to access those stories. And for the 2019-20 school year, that's going to be a focus. Our staff meetings are going to be about building capacity in that realm. There's going to be district initiatives that are going to speak to diversity and understanding diversity, understanding families of diversity, families of color. So we're looking forward to doing this in a very thoughtful, systematic way. And it's not a one-shot deal. It's not going to happen this year and go away. This is a year one of a multi-year endeavor, calling, if you will, of trying to build this cultural competency throughout our organization, throughout our community. I'm really looking forward to having these conversations and doing it in a way that's systematic. Every building will be having the same level of professional development or engaging conversations. From a district level, we're going to be looking at our hiring practices, looking at our website, making sure that we're having an inclusive website that welcomes all community members and prospective staff. So this year, we're going to be reporting a lot on what's happening in our buildings relative to this initiative. And I'm really excited about the work and the diligence that our administrators, 17 individuals from our school members, from our school community went to Ithaca this summer to learn about this very important endeavor. Throughout the, New York State, there were all school districts, or many school districts were represented, but Fairport was there in great numbers in a way that we usually are. So thank you for our administrators for beginning the planning on that. I'm looking forward to developing this as we move along.
Thank you, Brett. That was a great initiative and a great update that we had in our workshop from the administrators. So we're looking forward to seeing this pay go forward. And minutes of the board workshop. So I don't,
Yeah.
okay. So just one consent for all the, okay. First, Tim, second, Kevin, all in favor? 6-0. Okay, does that include the donations?
The donation can be
Okay, so a motion that the Board of Education approves the following donations. Looks like Dudley Elementary, Exploration Inquiry, nice donation of $8,200 from the Dudley Elementary PTA. Do I have a motion to approve? Tim first, Joyce second, all in favor? 6-0. Okay. Okay, so I don't have to go through all the, okay, great. Okay, so we are on to personnel actions. Motion that the Board of Education approves the following instructional actions as recommended by the Superintendent of Schools. We have probationary appointments. We have part-time appointments, long-term subs, transfers, administrative mentors, teachers to be mentors for the 2019-20 school year, substitute teachers, individuals to serve as teacher immersion fellows, parenthood leave of absences, resignation of the following substitute administrator, resignation of substitute teachers, individuals to serve as instructional staff for the K-9 summer school programs, individuals to serve as instructional staff for summer programs effective through August 16, 2019. Fall coaches, resignation of coaches, volunteer coaches, athletic supervisors. Okay, all right, sorry, okay. So,
Just stay with the instruction.
okay,
Yeah.
so do I have a motion to approve? Joyce, second. Judy, all in favor? 6-0. Okay.
Now you do the effort.
Okay, now we have athletics. So we have fall coaches, resignation of coaches, volunteer coaches, athletic supervisors. Do I have a motion to approve? Tim, second. Kevin, all in favor? 6-0. Okay. Motion that the board approve the following non-instructional and civil service staff actions as recommended by the superintendent of schools. Tim first. Do I have a second? Judy, second. All in favor? 6-0. Okay. Contract? Okay. Motion that the Board of Education approves the written agreement between the Fairport Central School District and Michael Crum for the 2019-20 school year as attached. Do I have a motion? Joyce, second. Marty? All in favor? 6-0. Item E, managerial administrative salaries. Motion that the Board of Education approves the managerial administrative salaries for the 2019-20 school year. First, Judy. Second, Marty. All in favor? 6-0. Okay. Benefit contracts of managerial administrative personnel. Motion that the Board of Education approves the benefit contracts of managerial administrative personnel for the 2019-20 school year. Do I have a motion to approve? Judy, second. Marty, all in favor? 6-0. Okay, so we have a presentation from on the Capital Transportation Center. Okay, we might want to come back to that. So we'll go to number 7, building visits. We all got the notice and list of building visits for this year. Motion that the board approve the building visits calendar designated for the 2019-20 school year as attached. Tim first, Joyce second. All in favor? 6-0. Okay. Policy committee meetings. Motion that the board approves the board policy committee meeting calendar designated for the 2019-20 school year as attached. So moved. Joyce first, Marty second. All in favor? 6-0. Monroe County Sheriff's Office Joint Fueling Agreement. Motion that the Board of Education approves the agreement between the district and the Monroe County Sheriff's Office for the period of September 1st, 2019 to August 31st, 2020 as attached. Do I have a first? Tim? Second? Marty? All in favor? 6-0. Appointment of central treasurers, extra classroom funds. Motion that the Board of Education approve the following. Appointment of Susan Miller, who's replacing Deborah Doherty, as treasurer, and Dominic Monticelli as authorization, replacing Leanna Watt for Fairport High School. Tim first, Kevin second. All in favor? 6-0. I'm sorry, I've not been asking if there's any discussion on any of these. So let's go back to the beginning. Right? Now, are there nobody? I'm not a professional at this. Like nobody stopped me. So is there any discussion at all? I know, no, it's like I've missed my opportunity, but nobody mentioned anything. I've just been flying through it. Okay, all right. Stop me if you have anything to say. Okay, okay. Agreement for professional consultant services. Motion that the board approves the contract between the Fairport Central School District and the University of Rochester Medical Facility Group on behalf of Strong Behavioral Health in the amount of $38,850 for the 2019-2020 school year. This is the same amount that we authorized last year as well. So do I have a motion to approve? Tim, second. Judy, all in favor? 6-0. Thank you. UPK agreement. Motion that the Board of Education approves the agreement between the district and Generations Child Care, Inc., starting July 1st, 2019, and ending on June 30th, 2020. Do I have a motion to approve? Tim, second. Marty? Any discussion? The Board of Education approved the agreement between the district and Generations Child Care, Inc.
Matt, do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, so this is a new 5 years.
Oh, we got another,
So
Okay.
the application from the state, they ran.
Great.
Just waiting on their approval. It takes a little time. We're just waiting on state ed's approval. We've submitted all the grant paperwork to them, and then these are transfers related to the Phase 3 capital project litigation. So in any budget for expense, they need to be coded out of the proper.
Resolution that the board approves the contract between the district and Monroe County, or Monroe Transportation, in the anticipated amount of $637,632.
Moved.
Tim, first. Second. Marty, any discussion?
Yes. Brett, Matt, either one. This is for transporting Fairport students to other locations, correct?
Yeah, we contracted last year with Monroe for some of our private school runs. This is directly related to our driver shortage in the district, which you'd see across the county itself and even state. But yeah, we've had a contract with outside groups. You'll see the next 2 contracts are also contracting for services.
And are these 3, the other 2 that we haven't dealt with yet, but we're going to, are these 3 contracts, why are we going with 3 different contractors? Can't we just go with one to make it easier?
Depends
or-
on, it's based on who can provide the services. So
Okay.
at times, in terms of the bids coming in, so we have to competitively bid these. We have the ability to renew contracts, and it's based on the contractor's ability to actually
Resolution that the board approve the contract between the district and Apple Transportation in the anticipated amount of $200,970. Tim, first. Second, Joyce. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. 6-0. Okay. One more transportation contract. Proposed resolution that the board approves the contract between the district and Ontario Transportation in the anticipated amount of $52,800. First, Judy. Second, Marty. Discussion? All in favor? Okay, 6-0. Okay. We're going to go back. Welcome. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you, everybody, for staying. You're welcome to stay. This is exciting, I know, for everybody. Hey, I should have said this 15 minutes ago, but you're welcome to leave now if you want to. Right?
Or stay.
Okay, or stay. All right. Thanks again for coming. Yep. Yep. Want to hold them all hostage. Yeah.
So George Spinners from,
Hold on. I'm going to go back to, I have to be formal. We have to, well, anyway, our presentation from campus construction on the transportation project. So welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
So here to talk about the 2016 Transportation Capital Project. So as you know, the Facilities Capital Project referendum was $11,200,000. Incidental budget was $1,629,200. Construction contingency budget is $613,100. Transportation facility contract, construction contracts is $8,957,700. Just as a footnote, all work at the NES and DES has been completed and final course reports have been filed and the work has been completed. Adjusted construction contingency budget is $613,100. Approved change order totals is $352,421. The remaining construction contingency is $261,000. Construction project currently is 99% complete. The budget is 57% spent. Project team is following about $256,252 in pending issues. Allowances built into construction contracts remaining is zero. It's drawn down. Transportation center building work itself, on the interior of the building, basically we have a little bit of warranty work that's ongoing, and the building is fully occupied and operational by the district. Site work, that's pretty much what we're focusing on these days. Fuel island testing has been completed. We hope to activate the fuel island in about a week. Fuel island computer programming work is ongoing. Fencing and gates are currently being installed. Actually, they have been installed on the north side of the property, and towards the center, once the binder is down, we'll be installing those. North parking area has been completed. Buses are back. Demolition of the existing transportation building has been completed. Unsuitable soils were discovered under the existing transport building, and we had to undercut and basically fill it in with engineered material in order to facilitate a good base for the new buses and cars that are going to be back on site. Oil tanks have been removed. There were a few tanks were discovered underground when we were taking the existing building down. Oil was found under the tanks and contaminated fluids, and the soil was removed under DEC supervision. So all of that has been remediated and gone. Engineered fill was installed in the oil tank areas to support the new parking lot, and we're currently installing radiant heat. That'll be added in the sidewalk on the west side of the new building, and that work is ongoing and should be completed by the end of the week. Minerva Deland Calwall, work has been completed and the gym has been turned over to the district. Jefferson Avenue entry area, self-leveling sub-base for the terrazzo flooring has been installed. And actually the membrane that goes underneath it, that was installed today. The removal of the vestibule doors will occur after the terrazzo flooring has been installed. We just got approvals for the actual chips and the colors, so we'll start to install the flooring within the next 2 days. So that's exciting. And I have a few pictures to show you. This is the paving at the bus parking area on the north side. And again, we now have buses on site and the area has been striped. Looks quite good. This is the GeoGrid installation, and basically when we remove the bad soil, we actually had to put this membrane down and stone, and basically created a nice sub-base for the new buses to come up on site.
Is that like a rebar on top of it, or?
It's actually a mesh. It's almost like a heavy-duty plastic mesh. It's about 60 mil, and it's multi-directional. So it actually gives and allows the stone that was put on top, about 2 feet of stone was actually placed on top of that.
Okay.
So it gives it rigidity, so it can't move vertically. So it's actually a great product.
Okay.
This is the paving prep work at the old building site. And that's been completed, and you can see some of the remaining work that was finished on the building. Once the building was knocked down, then we were able to actually complete the fascia work. And this is that mesh. Again, you can see that a little bit better, so you can see that it is a little bit pliable. And the rigid insulation on the far side, that's where the tubing actually lays for the radiant heat for the new sidewalk installation. So you don't have to put calcium chloride and salts on new pavement, and it's great because if you have a storm in the middle of the night, it automatically goes on. So when the bus drivers come in at whatever hour they come in, they have a clean path to walk on, and it just reduces any falls or any incidences. So it's really a great thing to have in a district. This is the new perimeter fencing, the higher fence towards the back on the north side, and continuing upwards with the 6-foot fence. Here's another shot at the perimeter fencing, and it has the black slats within it and the new striping. Picture of the front of Jefferson, which doesn't really show you much because it's all the interior work on the terrazzo flooring, but the door's going to be replaced. And here's the entry floor, the prep work. And again, this is multi-layered, so they put the nice brass strips in it, and then they'll put the terrazzo flooring in and actually build it up to make it look like the existing. And this is the cow wall that's been completed at Minerva DeLand. So this is the last section of wall that was finished off. And it's all punched out and returned to the district for use. And this is a shot from the outside. And that's all I have. I'm sorry for being late. I thought it was 7 o'clock, so I apologize for being late to you.
You're right on time.
Thank you. Thank you. Any questions? No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
Okay. So, we are near the end of the agenda. Board comments. Kevin? No? Tim?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so we have a proposal, motion to enter into executive session for matters related to personnel. Invited to participate in this executive session are Brett Provenzano, Doug Lauf, and Fritz Killian. Tim first, Kevin second. All in favor? 6-0. We will be reconvening into open session after our executive session with a possible vote. So for anybody that wants to stay, we'll knock on the door and we'll let you know when to come back in. Otherwise, have a good evening. Thank you. I have to make a we'll adjourn afterwards. Okay. Thank you. Executive session. That was rocky. But,
My question, why are we approving things that have already occurred? Like, for